His name may be Brawl, but I've heard his favorite pastime is knitting.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the unique toys, ARCHIMONDE. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have a nice illustration of ARCHIMONDE, aka Brawl. He is a stellar warrior. He's just stellar. So stellar. On this side of the box, we just have a picture of ARCHIMONDE, MO1 ARCHIMONDE. On this side, MO1 ARCHIMONDE, 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 ARCHIMONDE. Words and things and stuff. Warning! On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. You can do this, that, the other, all that stuff. And that's basically it for the packaging. Also included is the collector's card with that same piece of artwork. Looks very nice, very cartoony. And on the back it just says, Unique Toys, hi! And that's basically it. Hooray for cards. So moving right along, here we have ARCHIMONDE, which is Unique Toys' take on Combaticon Brawl. And this is the first component of their Not Bruticus. I believe they're calling him Ragnaros, I think is what they're calling him. But yeah, it's Brawl, and he's a nice looking little tank, and a pretty decent figure in my opinion. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. We do have some transparent orange plastic right up front there. You got the cannon itself with some gunmetal gray on the tip, with some green. You have some black, some red, a lot of nice molded detail. You got a lot of that gunmetal gray throughout, right up top here, there. On the sides, you got some more black details picked out on the sides. The treads are done in that gunmetal gray, which looks very, very nice. And on the back, you get some more of that gunmetal gray as well. There's the bottom. It does have little rolling wheels, so it rolls around pretty well. The wheels do spin freely, but when you actually roll him, it does feel like he's sliding more than rolling. But it is what it is. The turret can do a full 360. The cannon can also move up that far, which is nice. And yeah, he does also include some extra weaponry. He does include his two guns right here, which are done in green and black, and with some gunmetal gray painted in there, and they look quite nice. You can store these on the tank mode. You have these tabs right here. They're just going to go into these slots right back here, and the easiest way to do it is to just kind of lift this up. That way you can just kind of press these in. They are a bit hard to get tabbed in, but let's see, little stiff. There you go. Kind of click in there. There you go. A little hard to get tabbed in, but that's okay. I'd rather them be a little too tight than too loose, because then that's very bad, but that's okay. A little bit of extra elbow grease never killed anybody, but there you have him with his guns. There you go. Looks pretty cool. Now, for comparison, here he is with Warbatron's version of Brawl. You can see how they look together. Here he is with Combiner Wars Brawl. So you got that going on. For a Masterpiece comparison, here he is with Masterpiece Sideswipe. You can see how that works there. And here he is with G1 Brawl, because he is precious. Murder tank precious. And there you go, and that's pretty much it for the tank mode. It's a tank, and it's a nice looking tank. It works. Definitely works for me, so let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So first thing you want to do is just untab the guns, put those off to the side. Now I'm going to go into combine mode first, and then go into robot mode. And going into combine mode is very, very, very simple. Just take the cannon, raise that up, rotate the turret 180. This little panel right here just opens up. Hold that down flat. You got this panel right up front here, which is really tight, but there you go. Just open that up. It's on a double hinge. You just bring that back. And then we bring in the combined mode foot right here, which is done in a light gray, a dark gray, some red, some of that gunmetal gray right up front. Yeah, some transparent plastic here on the sides. And it looks like a foot. Yay, 4 feet. And you do also get these little pads right here, and these are to give the feet a little bit more traction, because as is, they're plenty slippery. And they're self-adhesive. You just peel off the back, and that one sticks there, that one sticks there, and that's how that works. So you got that going on. But once we bring in the combined mode foot, it just plugs into the front end here via a tab, and just plugs in, and voila! Leg mode, right there. That's the leg mode. Huzzah. Huzzah for legs. Very simple. Doesn't take a whole lot to get them into leg mode. It's straightforward, it's to the point, it gets the job done. Now, you do have some toe articulation there, as well as an ankle tilt. Now, one thing that does concern me majorly about this already is that the ankle tilt is pretty loose. That's kind of a loose ankle tilt there. It's just a friction joint, and there's friction, but not as much as I think there should be. That's a pretty loose ankle tilt right there. So that already makes me concerned for the stability of this thing when it's fully combined. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Who knows? Maybe it might still work just fine. I don't know. Maybe he won't be able to stand at all. I don't know. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But there you go. There's a leg mode. That's all there is to it. Pretty simple. So let's move on to robot mode. So just unplug the foot. Just take this, close that back up. Yes, close this panel back up. Turn this back around, bring this back down, and now we will get down to robot mode. So what you want to do is you just want to come to this section here of the tread, and you just want to untab it and just pull this out like that. Just bring that down. Come to the other side. Just pull that out, untab all that. Bring that down like that. You want to come back here now, and you just want to untab all of this right here. There you go. And you have 2 tabs working here. You got a tab that goes in there, and a tab that just goes inside there. And that's what holds the legs in place. So once you do that, we can start working on the legs. So you just take this, bring that down like that. You can bring this back down. That'll just tab in right there. You want to flip up the foot and come in here and just flip out his toes. And then you just take the foot and you just rotate that around. Take this portion of the tread, bring that up like that, and that'll just tab in right there. Then you take this panel, bring that down like that, and there's a tab that'll just go into that little notch right there, like that. And once you do that, just rotate the leg out to the knee, and there you have a leg all done. Second verse, just like the first. Bring that down, tab that in. Flip open the foot, flip out his toe, spin that around, bring that up, tab that in, take this panel, bring that down, and make sure that's lined up. There we go. Rotate the knee, and there you have the legs all done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So let's continue on here. Now this section of the turret itself, you want to slide up like that. You can see it's on a slider. Just slide that up. Take this whole back panel here, open that up. This section right here is going to collapse up on this hinge, and then bring it down on this hinge like that, and then that will fold in like that, and then you just kind of tuck all this in to the turret like that. And you just bring that down, and you got that done. So now we can finish working on the upper body. So you just untab the arms, just bring them out. You got a tab that goes in there, and you got a tab that goes in there, and you just bring all that down, untab, bring all that down, take this bit with his head, bring that down. This section here, you fold down, take these panels here, and you open them up, and then you just work this double joint right here and bring that up, and this tab is going to go into that slot right there, like that, and then this tab will go into that slot right there. Let's just make sure it's lined up, and plug that in, and same thing with his other pack. Just bring that up, tab that in, like that, and once you have that done, we will just work on the arms. There's not a whole lot of work to do with the arms. All you're going to do is just extend them. Rotate the fist. There you got an arm done. Extend. Rotate the fist so everything's oriented properly. And there you go. Now you just take the head, bring it up, and that's just going to tab right there. Like that. And then you just take the cannon. That just compresses down like so. And there you have Archimonde, aka Brawl, in his robot mode. And as you can see, it's a very G1-y cartoon robot mode, and that's what I really like about this. You know, they're definitely going for the masterpiece aesthetic. They're definitely going for that G1 cartoon look, and that's why I'm really liking where this set is going, because they're really going for that look. And yeah, I think they nailed it. Personally, I think they nailed it. I think it looks really, really good. So let's get in close here, not on his chest, but on his noggin. There's his noggin. You can see black helmet. You got some silver there for the head crest, right for the mouth plate. He does have white piped eyes. I forgot where it piped from. It just piped from the top here. It kind of works, as you can see. It's aight. It's aight. It kind of works. But it's again, it's a very cartoony head sculpt. It works for me. Got a little dot of red there on the belly. You got some gray there. You got some that's gunmetal gray in there. Got some little dabs of red. You got some more of that gunmetal gray there. Some red. And you got that gunmetal gray in there. Got a little bit of gray there on his toes. And the back, I mean, everything does transform nice and clean. I mean, he has a typical Brawl backpack of just a, tank turret on his back. So he has the backpack he's supposed to have. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I dig it. I dig it. Now, articulation-wise, the head can do a full 360. He can look up. He can look down. I don't think it doesn't feel like it's on a ball joint because there's no wiggly-waggly. I think it is just a swivel and that hinge there. Arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out. And his shoulders do work kind of weird. Like, I think there's a ratchet there, but it just, it doesn't click until you get to the top there, which is odd. I don't get, I mean, it'll hold the position anywhere, but for some reason when you get to the top, that's when it clicks. I don't get how that works. There you go, you hear it a little louder on this side. It clicks at the top, and then it clicks at the bottom. I don't get that. I don't get that. The shoulders, those shoulder ratchets are kind of weird. I mean, again, it'll hold the pose no matter where you put it, but for some reason the clicking points, right there. I don't know. You also have a bicep swivel here, and you get an elbow joint with a little over 90 degrees of bend there. He does have a wrist swivel. It is a bit hindered by the backpack here, but I mean, it swivels, I think, as much as it needs to. Legs can go forward that far, back that far before the turret gets in the way, and ratcheting joint. Outward movements, you can do the full splits. You do have a bit of a thigh swivel. That's pretty much as far as it will go. Knees are ratcheted, and you get a nice deep bend there at the knee, as you can see. And the feet, they can move down at this hinge. They can't move up. You do get nice ankle tilt, and you do get a toe joint. Again, it just moves downward, but if it serves any purpose for you, it is there. You also do get some molded detail in there. It's also picked out in that gunmetal gray, as well as some extra black details in there. So, yeah. All in all, I think he is a pretty nicely done figure. Some weird things going on in the shoulders, though, with how those ratchets work, but all in all, I think he is a pretty cool figure. Now, of course, he can hold his guns. You can just take this section here, bring that back, which will expose the handle. And, oh, one more thing to talk about with the articulation. I forgot to talk about his hands. The wrists do swivel. The hands open and close. The index finger is a separate piece, and the other 3 fingers are just one molded piece right there. Forgot to talk about his hands. How dare I? How dare I? There. Of course, he can hold his guns. They just plug right in. He does hold them very securely. He's not dropping those. He has a nice solid grip. Plug those in. And there you go. So he's all armed up now. And all brawly brawl-like. So, there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with Warbatron's Brawl. So you can see how they look together. Here he is with Combiner Wars Brawl, which is my least favorite Brawl ever. You can see how they look together. For some Masterpiece comparisons, here he is with Masterpiece Sideswipe. You can see how he scales there. Here he is with Masterpiece Starscream. So you can see how they look together. And here he is with Masterpiece Megs. So you can see how he scales with him. And last but not least, here he is with the G1 Brawl, because he is precious, brawling precious. So there you have that, and there you have Archimonde, aka Brawl. Very nice figure, in my opinion. I really dig it, and I love that they're definitely going for that Masterpiece aesthetic. They're definitely going for, you know, making them look as close to the G1 cartoon model as they can. Yeah, so, you know, I really like it. I know what company is it? Zeta Toys, I believe they're called, is also doing a Bruticus. I mean, the only figure they put out so far is their Blastoff. I mean, it looks fine, but this is the set I'm going with because, like I said, I love that they're going for that, you know, G1 Masterpiece aesthetic. Like these definitely look like these will look perfect on a Masterpiece shelf. Like they'll fit in perfectly, and that's why I'm going with this set. You know, my little nitpicks. You know, the shoulder ratchets are just, they're weird how they work. I don't get that. My one major concern is the combined mode foot and how loose that ankle tilt is. Again, that does not fill me with confidence as far as the combined mode goes, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, but all in all, though, the figure itself, I think, is quite cool. So, there you go. So if you would like this or any of Unique Toys' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out the Ragnaros playlist for this and all future reviews, linked in the description down below as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGames, check out LoriPlan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Unique Toys Archimonde, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Nah, my first Combaticon will show that Megatron what I can do. If you're looking to compete with Megatron, I can already tell you, you're not gonna win. Just saying. I'm gonna go back to my room now. Anyway, as I was saying... Yeah, I've only been online for like 5 minutes, but I can already tell you, I agree with them. Thank you so much for the vote of confidence. You're welcome.